What's poppin'? What's poppin', everybody? What it look like? Salute, salute. I see the people. Spartans is in the Spartans is up in here in the chat. The Spartans are in the chat. What's poppin'? Abdul Shakur, salute. Eli Delgado, salute. Iraq 152, salute. Brian Crawley, salute. Eli Delgado, salute. Nave Bone in the building, salute. Abdul Shakur, salute. Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Ray Leon Rivera, salute. Ladybug, salute, babe. Nave Bone, salute. Yeah, you already know, man. I got a good one for y'all tonight. Yeah. I got somebody coming through. I got somebody coming through tonight. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's my boy, man. I like kicking it with my boy, you know. But before we get to that, you know what I'm saying? What's go E-Dog, what's poppin'? Jay, Wrong Con East Podcast, salute. Wrong Con East Podcast in the building. E-Dizzle, what's goody, E-Dog? What's goody, what's poppin'? Let's get it. What it look like? Okay, all right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to go a little exquisite with it when I get the had to go get that had to go the exotic for a second, you heard? Jay Breezy 5-0. Pilato. Yeah. What's poppin', Pilato? What's going on, man? Salute to my boy Pilato. You know what I'm saying? Yo. You know, I was reading on that COVID thing. And now they talking about Dwayne Smith, salute. Everything good, Dwayne. They talking about is hitting the younger people now. Church Ave Dan, I miss you, boy. What's up, man? You good? Live from the 718, salute. Jay Breezy 5 Borough, what's poppin'? How you, bro? You good? Yeah, man, I hope you doing good, man. I hope you staying strong, bro. Loyalty over everything, salute. Church Ave Dan, Che Hercules, what's poppin'? Oh, yo, Che, that's on its way, you heard? Finally, man. I ain't gonna lie. Che, Brian Gumbo or something like that. I always mess up his name, but y'all two out. Juan Lopez, salute. Strong Island in the building. Salute Strong Island, yo. Baltimore, salute Baltimore. Be more in the building. That's a fact. Be more in the building. Hawaii in the building. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. You know, I ain't did it in a while, but I'm gonna let y'all know ahead of time. Today we definitely gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play something, and you already know how it's gonna go down. Everybody gonna let it be known where they be at. Oh nah, I know Che, but you know that I take my word is serious. You know what I mean? So plus I was waiting like crazy, but things is getting a little bit functioning now. Facts. If you up in here, make sure you let your presence be known, man. Beat up that like button. You know what I'm saying? Put the beats on the like button. Let the like button know you in the building. You heard? Don't be sneaking up in here, peeping through the windows, man. We don't do that. You heard? Hold on. Oh, damn. I almost got blinded just now. I'm looking towards the chat, and the chat just turned orange for a second. Know what I'm saying? Hold up. Um, Brian Crawley hit somebody. Word. What's going on? SIP to the homie Spaz from the 60s RSC. Yeah, SIP to the homie Spaz from 60s RSC. Word. Word. Salute to the homie, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the homie and his family and on his passing, man. You know what I mean? Not salute that he's gone, but salute that we know he in a better place than where we at. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's good to see y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's good to see the peoples, man. For real, it's good to see the peoples, man. You know, I ain't been doing too many lives lately because, you know, my work hours is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I be grinding, I be getting up mad early and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, my lives had went down. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, but I'm still putting them in there. You know what I'm saying? But also the notifications, a lot of people weren't getting notifications either. You know what I'm saying? So I put a little Mickey on that one too, you know what I'm saying? Because people weren't getting it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the homie ain't even getting his words out, just giving out salutes and already a dislike, thumb down. So oh yeah, loyalty over everything. You already know, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand something, right? And the numbers tell you. The numbers tell you how it goes. You know what I'm saying? The way it is like when you got authentic people, they always be small. It was like that when it was like that in the essence. It was like that. It was mad at them, and it was only a small amount of us. I remember, no lie. I remember when we used to come out to go on a visit, and we chained up. We got chain around the waist, handcuff, chain on the legs, and we coming out to go on a visit. They just shut everything down. Everything got shut down. No movement. If they was movement and they moving you through there, yeah, they setting you up. They want you to get your food in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we take a look at it from that perspective. At least I do. You know what I'm saying? You know, so when you look at the numbers, you know, what do you have more nowadays that you didn't have back then? Remember back in the days, and for those that y'all a little bit older, back in the days, it was like, yo, meet me outside. Yeah, yo, what you talking about? There was your presence was there. It was you couldn't hide your presence. It wasn't like you're gonna walk around like Michael Myers with a mask on and you're gonna do what you're gonna do. There was no technology. So because there was no technology, yeah, that's crazy, Che. Because there was no technology, things were different. Nowadays, man, you can sit here, facts, on KO. Nowadays, you can say your name is Bartholomew Simmons or some crazy stuff. Know what I'm saying? You can say your name is whatever and just be on here just shooting. Everybody that say something right, you be like, nah, he is wrong. Oh, we already had one of those. He got exposed a couple days ago. Salute, Dwayne Smith. I appreciate that. Yeah, Iraq, right? Look, Iraq said it too. Iraq said it was easier. You get easy. Look, it wasn't none of that. My name could be Grover. I be in the chat talking about, yo, when I see you, I'm gonna smack, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third bit. And you some dude behind the laptop or whatever with some googly eyes. Some dude that when he walked down the block, he's looking all around. That's how you see, dudes. When we was locked up, we used to say that the police, and I'm not talking about, and what I'm talking about the COs. We used to say that the COs that were the ones that always want to start with the inmates and always want to mess with the inmates were those that were bullied when they were out in the street. They, they ain't they like we was the ones that was in outside on the corner and all that, and they was going to school and all that. But dudes taking their lunch money or whatever, or smacking them or slamming them or doing whatever they was doing. But that same dude that was doing that to him, he probably went to jail, maybe got shot dead. Him, he got a 9 11 or 3 or 7 or whatever 11, and you already know now it's my turn. Now I'm gonna be that dude because you know what I'm saying. So I look at it from that perspective. Yeah, fact, Jay Breezy Fireborough, he be knowing. But yo, Che, that's a good thing that you brought up though, Che Hercules, when you said about, because I saw that the other day about the drive-by stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, where's that at? Do you know Venezuela went into shut for 40 more days? What you mean shut? Shut down? Venezuela's on lockdown? Now the top reggaeton artists are doing songs with 6ix9ine and changing the culture. Bye bye to the values. Oh, you know what, Venezuela? I gotta put that up. That right there is the description of what you see in what they call the YouTube streets right there. There it is right there. Facts, Dwayne Smith. Facts. See it right there? I'm pointing at it. Bing. You see? You know what I'm saying? That's why I always know. You know what I'm saying? You always got to be observant about things. Yes. Jay Breezy Fireborough said it right there. He said back then we could sign up for sick call and eat them up, then walk away from it, head straight to commissary. That's another thing that I don't agree with. That's another thing. Hold on. Yeah, like I said, I got somebody popping through today. Well, I got most of these shots outs have no arrest. Shots outs have no arrest. No arrest. I don't get. You gotta hit me with that, Che. He said most of the shots had. Shut. You talking about the ones that you was talking about? Of course not. You already know how it goes. Venezuela people are hungry. They starving. Mothers, grandmothers are breaking into stores. Whoa, hold on. I'm gonna set up Wrong Kind East podcast. Hold on, where you at? Wrong kind piece. I mean, yeah. Wrong wrong kind eats podcast. There you go. Wildkat, mostly shootouts. Yeah, that's what I was trying to read right there. That Jay Hercules. Okay, there you go. Mostly shootouts have no arrest. Oh yeah. Hey yo, let me ask y'all something. Let me see, because I know that we have an intellectual chat. How many of y'all remember or know of the term called ethnic cleansing? How many of y'all know of the term ethnic cleansing? Now, Ray Leon, okay, Ray Leon Rivera knows. Iraq 152 knows. So now, think about this. Salute, salute, Kels. Salute. What up? So now, Croatia. I think it was Croatia, right? It was that dude. His name was Slobodan Momovic, something like that. Remember that? Slobodan Lavosovic, something like that. That was his name. Remember that he was in I think where was that? That they would have they had Chechnya. Gotcha. That they was crossing from one side and they was murking all of them. Facts, Kels. That's what I'm talking about. Slavidan. Yes, Slavidan Namosovic. Yeah, Jay Breezy. That's a fact. Remember when he did that? Now think about this for a second, right? They're manufacturing. They manufacturing the germ. When they manufacturing this germ, they're giving the germ the different strains. They constitute the strains of the different differentialities that the characteristics of man and woman have, from age to race, even animals. You see, that the tiger got it, but not the man that was feeding the tiger. But if the man that was feeding had it, he couldn't give it to the tiger, but he could give it to his man next to him. You see what I'm saying? Eugenics. So all roads lead to death. One thing I always look at, and I say to myself, I say, everybody is trying the same thing, yo. Everybody is trying the same thing. And it's been going on for years. Everybody is trying this. They are methodical ethnic cleansing type. It's crazy. Yes. What's up, Rapper J? I see you. They call them half caste. The more white blood mixed with Aboriginal, the more white they'll be. Look at that. Another thing. Salute to everybody in the chat, man, because y'all be on point, yo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some real knowledgeable people, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate that. Not everybody, and this is what I say, like with the rappers. There's some rappers that represent certain things, and people expect them to represent that thing the way everybody else does. And when they don't, they make them the outcast. But in all actuality, your success in certain things is what constitutes how long you're gonna live. Because when you reach hard bottom, what you gonna do to get back up? How much sacrifice are you willing to give up? But yeah, they want to ethnic cleanse people who think like that. I'm hearing that song right now about Gatorade's Thursday. But mind me, man, I'm just having a Gatorade moment. But yo, I'm serious though. How is it that these strains are pinpointed at the differences in character? Remember in G.I. Joe when they made that dude Serpentor? When they made that dude Serpentor, they made him with all types of genes. Remember that? Where they get that idea from? Huh, Church Dan? Where they get that idea from? You know what I'm saying? You know, those are the type of things that I be talking about. Wrong comp. Wrong comp. East Podcast. Where you at? Joseph Pena, where you at? Papa Saw Money, salute. Oh, wait, hey, Papa Saw Money said he was about to frank somebody. They feeling lively in the chat today. Hold up. Be easy. You know what I'm saying? Let's build. You know what I'm saying? Cause they feeling I see everybody. Hey, yo, first of all, I was talking with somebody today, and Church Half Dan, I got a question for you. Gene manipulation, that's a fact. Iraq 152. That's what they was doing with the Serpentor dude. Now, why would they think about that back then? And we're dealing with the same biological warfare right now. Ooh, okay, hold up. I'm putting that up. I'm putting that one up. Bing. Read that one. Eugenics was started to outbreed unwanted races, so it was a vehicle for ethnic cleansing. Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood and the eugenics movement. Woo, woo, woo. You see that? That's what I'm talking about right there. That right there is what I'm talking about. Hold on. Oh, it's up there. Yo, I was about to scroll and read it again because that right there is what I'm talking about. Gabe Rodriguez, salute. You already know we withering the storms, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we in the ocean right now, withering the storms. You heard? Abdul Shakur, too slow walk the masses into blind acceptance. How can we been around for thousands of years, hence the creation of fire? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll be talking about, y'all. That's exactly what I'll be talking about, to be honest. You know, how many people really sit back and think and say that the things that's going on now is just a test of our strength? Most people panic. Yep, yo, you remember that movie Panic Room? How many in here saw that movie Panic Room? Let's see how many of y'all saw that movie Panic Room. Panic Room was off the meat rack. But hold up. I see my man is coming through. Hold on a second. Time out. Let me open up the shade for a second. Hold on. I hear somebody. Time out. It's not the lightning. Don't say it's the lightning. It's not the lightning. Trust me on this one. It's not the lightning, man. I told y'all before, we don't play, man. You know what I'm saying? We fight. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't believe that we fight, I'm gonna show y'all. Look, all I've done since I've been up here is show y'all with facts. I don't come up here and freestyle and want you to believe me because I'm me. No, I want you to believe me because I come with the facts. We fight. And when we fight, we succeed. Why? Because of our attitude. Sometimes we conquer things with the strength of our willpower, and we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Hold up.
What's up? Hey, can you hear me?
Man, Ronald, salute.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's up,
Facts.
man? What's going on?
Ain't not, man. It's glad to see you, man. I knew you was gonna pull through.
Oh man,
Come
you
on, man.
know, man. Hey, man, that was an experience. Hey, believe me, that was an experience, man. That COVID-19 ain't nothing to play with, man. You know, but there is believe this. I'm not a firm. I'm not one of these people who always talk about science and medicine because I don't take drugs and drug pills and no medications, right? There is a firm intersection between science and medicine to the point to where I was in the hospital and, you know, I had severe COVID-19 and I had pneumonia, right? And they gave me a drug called remdesivir, which is the Ebola drug. Have you heard of that before?
Nah.
Remdesivir that's the Ebola drug. And
okay.
They gave me that. Hey man, I was down, man, for real. I'm talking about, man, I was in there fighting for my life, man. I was down, man. Last week you talked to me. You seen I was on oxygen and everything. You know what I mean?
I saw it. I kept calling Brazy like, yo, man, what's up with my boy, man?
Yeah.
He good? He's like, nah. I just spoke to him. He ain't sounding right. I'm like, nah, man.
Yeah, hey man. Well, when I went in, I went in, man. My temperature was like 100.5. I was running a fever at 100.5 when I went into the hospital. My oxygen level was like 40%. I was just a little bit above being put on a ventilator. You see what I'm saying? The thing about it, man, I tell everybody, man, take it serious. It's real. COVID-19 ain't nothing to play with, man. I know y'all know that in New York because I know how devastated New York. From the research that I've done and the information I've gathered, they say COVID-19 has killed more people than 9/11 killed. And out here right now, they got 2,000 new cases overnight, 34 deaths. In the state of California, they said there's 7,000 more cases. You see what I'm saying?
Are y'all still in quarantine?
No, we're not in quarantine. They're lifting the quarantine. But the thing about it is that it seems as if there's an influx now since they've lifted the quarantine. I was just reading today, there was 2,364 new cases. At the same time, there was 34 deaths. This is in 24 hours. So, but figure this. If there's 2,364 new cases, that means hospitalization is at least 1/4 of that. See what I'm saying? Because people don't have a realization that when it comes down to it, there are different levels and different strains of it. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that, right? This is a fine example. Some people test positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Some people test positive, but they're asymptomatic, meaning that they don't have any symptoms, but they're spreaders, right?
Man.
Some people like me get it and got to be hospitalized. You see what I mean? And this is the thing about me. I don't have any underlying conditions. I'm not on no medications. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have asthma. I don't have any illnesses. I don't have any health issues, right? At the same time, I don't smoke. The last time I had alcohol was probably January around New Year's. Then at the same time, I don't mess with no drugs. I live damn near my lifestyle. I live a clean lifestyle, you can say. You understand what I'm saying?
Got you.
Comparing to people that are going in the hospital that have underlying conditions, right? So I say that to say if it can get me, it can get anybody. See, but this is a key to it also. A side effect of COVID-19 is pneumonia. And
that's a side effect.
That's a side effect. Remember, COVID-19 is an upper respiratory virus that attacks the lungs. Think about pneumonia attacks the lungs. It is a combination of SARS-2, it's COVID-2, and it's something else. It's crazy, man. But this is the thing about it. The shit is in the air, man. They have no control over it. They have no understanding of it. Because think about it like this. If they had control of it, if they had an understanding of it, right, they would be able to intercept it. Don't that make sense?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Did you see what Church Ave Dan put there?
No, I'm not even. Wait. Let me go back here to the. Let me see. I don't. Okay, now I got the chat up now.
You see it? Go to
Let me see.
Go to Church Ave Dan.
Okay, I heard doctors say it's more like attitude sickness.
No. He said the president of Tanzania sent a fruit sample and a lamb sample, and they both came back positive.
I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. It's
yo.
Hey, man. I'm like I say, man. Hey, I think it's just in the air because in everyday life, I'm not around nobody. See, the way I am, I'm gonna need people, man. You gotta remember something about me, man. I'm going on 53 years old. I go out, make my money, go out and go to work, come home. Me and my son stay together. I'm not out and running the streets. I'm not around a bunch of people. You see what I'm saying? I'm around people when I go to the market, when I go to the stores, shit like that there. You know what I mean? And this was the thing about it, man. I knew I had it. For some reason, I knew I had it. And I was telling people I had it. They didn't have an understanding because I thought I had the flu. And within thinking I had the flu, right, I'm treating myself. Now, this is a trip about it, right? I'm thinking I have the flu. I'm treating myself for the flu. I'm taking cough medicine and stuff like this here. But I come to the realization. My realization was, damn, I don't have a sore throat. I don't have any congestion. I haven't blown my nose at all. You see what I'm saying? Then I came to the realization. I said, damn, I got COVID-19. Because I couldn't breathe. I'm coughing and choking and gagging. I couldn't breathe. It got so bad. I had to call my son. One day I'm at home. I called my son. I said, hey, man, I need to go to the doctor. Right? Literally, man. I mean, literally, when I called him and told him I need to go to the doctor, my lungs felt like rubber, man. It felt like my lungs was collapsing. I could not breathe. Could not breathe at all. When my son walked in the door, man, I'm in this motherfucker trying to gasp for breath. I'm trying to get a little bit of oxygen. You know what I mean? I'm sitting down trying to say I can't breathe. I can't even get those words out. He called 911.
Were they ever to make a prognosis, should I say? Were they ever able to make a prognosis of how they say you might have got in contact with it?
Nope. The only thing that they got for that is contact tracing. You know what that is, right?
Nah, what's contact? I mean, I got an idea.
Tracing is basically the fact that they're gonna ask you who are you around, so that they can go back and alert those people and let them know they need to be quarantined. You see what I mean? But remember now, I thought I had the flu already before I had the COVID-19 attack. So I was in the house. I've been in the house for a week.
You telling me that so if they can't figure out where you got it from, and you tell them, I was by so and so, they come in the court. Then again, it's like, because I remember when it first was talking about it in Italy. Yeah. And they was trying to look for the host. I remember because I did a live on that way back, and I remember they was looking for the host, and they had everybody locked in. And I had a person from Italy that was in the chat that used to be in the chat. I don't even know if that person even is alive anymore. Right. But I had a person from Italy that used to be in the chat and was filling me in on what was going on, how they was all on quarantine, and how they was looking for the host and all that. So if like you said, contact tracing, if they can't decipher how you got it, contact tracing would just basically like whoever was in contact with you, they
let me tell you what they do out here. They'll send a letter to the people and let them know to go get tested and to quarantine. The county of Los Angeles will send you a letter. I received 2 letters from them myself saying mandatory quarantine. But you got to remember, I was in the hospital for 10 days.
And who does it come from?
What, the letters?
Yeah.
The health department.
Oh.
They come from the health department. But see, watch this. Once again, they don't know how to get it. If they knew where it came from, they could stop it. You understand what I mean? If I can figure out if they can figure out how to catch it, they would intercept it before it gets to the person. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, once again, the most miraculous thing about this, they treated me with remdesivir, right? And I tell people this: there's no vaccine. The closest thing, remdesivir, that right there, and from the research I've done on it, the recovery rate on when a person is treated with remdesivir is the recovery rate is less than a week, but it don't work for everybody. Remdesivir is the vaccine that they got for Ebola.
Yo, pardon me a second. It's crazy that you said that. I'm gonna tell you why. It's the same thing with the hydrochloroquine. The hydrochloroquine worked for some people, and then they had tests where it didn't work for some people. And that one was for malaria.
Right. The thing with the remdesivir, when they came in the room and said treatment, because see what they did was they give remdesivir to people that have severe COVID. Now I had it severely. I'm talking about literally. That shit was life threatening. I was so bad I couldn't even sit up on the edge of the bed, man. I couldn't breathe.
You see something that maybe I'm looking at it too deep, right? But I'm just saying to myself, right? So there's 7 strains. We already had 2 medicines, not vaccines. We had 2 medicines already that worked for some people and didn't work for some people, but both of them was for 2 major diseases. One was for malaria.
Right.
Was for Ebola.
Right. I understand exactly what you're saying. Because see, like I said before, COVID-19 is just another strain of SARS. That's what it is. Sudden acute respiratory syndrome. That's crazy. It's another strain of SARS.
Again, G.I. Joe.
And then it's see, COVID-19 has been around. Well, not COVID-19. The coronavirus has been around. All these diseases are related. This I believe so SARS, too. Coronavirus, because these are upper respiratory illnesses. The only thing about it is that, and this is the crazy thing. Now, I'm being theoretical right now. I'm not being factual. But in my opinion, this shit is biological warfare. That's my belief. I speak like that because of the fact that we are so low in the chain of information, the government would never tell us anything of that nature. You understand what I mean?
That's a fact.
Look at how severe. We have never lived in a time in the United States of America when they shut the country's economy down. The United States has never been in so much of fear of people dying from an illness that they told everybody to stay in the house. They haven't had anything like that since the Black Plague. You understand what I mean? Yeah. The amount of people that this has killed is crazy, right? But this is the thing. And this is another thing right here. This is into my theories, not into the facts. They've weaponized human beings. You understand what I mean? They've literally weaponized the human being now.
Oh, yeah, because if they could, what you talking about the symptomatic people, right?
Yeah, like asymptomatic. Now watch this. I don't have to worry about catching COVID-19 again, unless I come in contact with somebody who had a greater strain than I had. But that might kill me. You understand what I mean? That greater strain might kill me simply because of the fact that I had it so bad already. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here you go. It's the people. Why do you think about this here? They're telling us now, not for ourselves to quarantine and stay away from people and social distance. They're telling us that on behalf of our elders and our children. Because we can go out and contract it and take it home. You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
We're in a whole nother space in the world because of the fact that when we take into consideration what it is that we're dealing with something far beyond anything that we recognize. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy to me, man. I was in the hospital, man, and the doctors were coming in the hospital. You would think I was radioactive.
Oh, they had all kinds of suits on and stuff?
Man, they coming up in there in containment suits with shields on, with those N95 masks on. One doctor, my actual doctor in the hospital when I was in ICU, he would come in the room and he had on some kind of fucking helmet, whatever the fuck he had on his head, and he had his own oxygen line.
Oh.
He wasn't even breathing the air in the room. He had some shit that had an oxygen line coming out of the back of it. I'm sitting there looking at this shit like, wow, what the fuck? The protocols in the hospitals have changed. I mean, this is what we're dealing with now. The protocols, in anybody that's been in the hospital lately knows the protocols have changed. There's no visitation in hospitals now. You can barely walk into the front door of a hospital now. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, because you got to go through security.
Have we ever been faced with anything of that nature? I'm talking about, man, hey, put it like this here.
Deep.
The day that I went to the hospital, right? The day I had the COVID-19 attack, I couldn't breathe, right? Now, had my son not taken me outside, I probably would have died in there because of the fact that I could not get no air. He took me outside, and we live upstairs. I guess by the time I got downstairs, somewhere through trying to walk down the stairs with him while he was holding me up, my lungs opened up, right? When the paramedics came, I was all right. When the paramedics came, right, the paramedics literally took my blood pressure, did my vital signs, checked my oxygen. I was all right. They said, go to the hospital and get checked for COVID-19. I went to the hospital about an hour later, right? When I go to the hospital, now they tell me I don't have no temperature, I don't have no fever or nothing. When I go to the hospital an hour later, right, and I tell them I'm here to be tested for COVID-19. They take my vital signs, right? I'm sitting in the hospital for about 2 hours. They came downstairs with a bed, and they brought a bed downstairs. They brought a bed downstairs. They put me in the bed and they took me up to ICU. And they told me, they said that we can't let you go because of the fact that right now you're running a temperature of 100.5. Your oxygen level is down to 40%. He said, if we let you go, you're liable to have a seizure or a major stroke. You know what I mean? They like, you know what I mean? They looking at me. They're amazed that I haven't had a heart attack or something. This is the way that they're looking at me. They like, you know what I mean? They tripping off me. I'm telling them I've been sick for a week. I'm telling them I've been running a fever for a week. I've been waking up in the middle of the night changing my clothes because of the fact that I've been sweating all night long. They looking at me like, damn, because they're amazed by this here. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but COVID-19 is serious, man. And I tell everybody that, man, you have to take it that way. Fortunately, like I said, that intersection between modern science and medicine, those are the two things that saved my life. And shit, because the way I was, I'm telling you the honest truth, man. When they brought me that bed, and I was in that hospital bed, and I was sitting there, and the next morning I woke up, I couldn't move. The next morning I woke up, I could not roll. When I spoke with you, when I spoke with you, I was in the hospital, and all I could do was hold my phone. I could not move my body. And that was a whole lot.
I was like, yo, man, he gonna have to start throwing some uppercuts, man, because it's not looking good.
Hey, man, it was that way, man. But when they came in the room and they brought in the remdesivir, That's the drug right there.
Yeah.
That's if you do the research on it. Japan has just approved remdesivir. I think it was in the last week for COVID-19 treatments. And there's a certain amount of people that are using it on. You're using it on. And the thing about it, like I said, it works for some. It doesn't work for others. Fortunately, it worked for me. And the recovery rate is less than a week. Because me, I'm back on my feet doing everything I do. Only thing right now is I get kind of exhausted right now. Because it attacked my lungs. So you know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of
but you're gonna get vented fast.
Huh?
You're gonna get vented fast.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing about it is that, like me right now, the way I am, I got pneumonia still too. So I'm still dealing with that also. You know what I mean? There is no cure for COVID-19. But the thing about that is this here. Like me, myself personally, right? There's no cure for COVID-19, but I'm not contagious now because I've been through the quarantine. I've been treated with the antibiotics, the remdesivir. I've been treated with every drug that they can give you for it. You understand what I mean? I was close to death from dealing with it. So they had to really treat me. I was on oxygen from you know what I mean? The IVs, they had so many different fucking IVs, man. I forgot what food tasted like. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember one thing about the COVID is that the COVID messes up your taste buds and your smell.
Man.
You know what I mean? It's a cold situation, man. The whole thing is, hey, man, let me tell you something. This is something they was doing to me right now that I'm just now recovering from. It's among Black people, especially. We get blood clots in our lungs, right? So what they have to do is they have to give you a shot in the stomach 3 times a day. They were giving me a shot with like a 1-inch needle. And they were doing this like 3 times a day, man. I'm still having spasms right now. My stomach, it's like having a Charlie horse in my stomach. Because they would do it 3 times a day. And when they do it, it would make me feel like bloated and my stomach would get tight, man. Hey, man. Whole nother experience, man. I ain't talking about, I'm not talking about just testing positive for it. Because you can test positive and go home and lock up for 14 days and be cool. I'm talking about hospitalization. I'm talking about when these motherfuckers are sitting there having a discussion on saving your life. That's a whole nother level of the game right there.
Yo, but it's crazy because if you got people that can pass it, that means that you already know it. Unless what they said they was gonna plan to do, where they was gonna test like damn near everybody, it's always gonna be around.
Yeah.
Unless the person that can pass it goes under some other type of sickness where they either draw the blood or something, and then they see something or it rings an alarm or something. Because I imagine that's what they're gonna do too. Like you might go for a regular blood test, but just for precaution, they might take let me get that sample and run it through here.
You know what? That's right what you're saying, because they're gonna make that part of the blood work. Simply because it's highly contagious and it's deadly. You see what I'm saying? By that and through that, they're gonna start doing that. I can believe that because I can see them doing that as a part of our blood work. Simply because of the fact that it's just that contagious. People now, if you notice when you watch the news, there are people now that are tested that have it that didn't even know they had it. Look at if you've been watching the news, D.L. Hughley passed out on stage a couple nights ago.
Who was that?
D.L. Hughley, the comedian.
Oh yeah, he passed that.
D.L. Hughley, he passed out on stage right a couple nights ago, and he tested positive for it. Didn't have no symptoms.
Drama.
You see what I'm saying? It's hey man, that's COVID-19 ain't no joke, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, and it's deadly, homie. Like I say, hey man, it's funny to go from one phase of life, man, to the next day you fighting for your life.
Yeah,
it's funny to go from, hey man, I'm in a hospital, man, and I'm waking up and I'm looking at the white ceilings. And all I can do is look at the ceiling, man, and look at the TV set. And I got burnt out looking at both of them motherfuckers, man. I was like, damn, because of the fact that I just thought about how many people just died like this. How many people just in the hospital? My father died in the hospital. You understand what I mean? And I know that the last thing he died looking at was that tile ceiling. You see what I'm saying? Because you know they're all the same.
Yeah.
You know they're all the same.
Yeah,
I sat back, man, and was in the hospital, man. I said, man, I'm evaluating the situation that I'm in, and at the same time, man, I'm looking at where I'm at in the world for what it is, right? My greater perception was that I said, man, I'm too tired. I'm too sick to be sad. But at the same time, I'm too fucking tired to die. You understand what I mean? I'm so fucked up from it. I'm exhausted. I can't do nothing but when you're down so much and you on your back, you can't do nothing but get up. They say that was Les Brown said, when you fall on your back and you can look up, you can get up. You know what I mean? And I swear to you, man, I tried to sit up on the edge of the bed, man. I couldn't even do it, man. My body was going through all kind of changes because I'm talking about, man. It was like I'm trying to sit up on the edge of the bed, man. They got to come give me oxygen. I try to get up and walk to the bathroom, man, and I'm talking about, man. They got to grab me, man, and walk. They got to grab me and walk me back to the bed because the level it was so bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm talking about this is some overnight shit that hit me, man. You know what I mean? But see, like I said, before I was diagnosed, I knew that I had it. I knew I had it probably about a week before I went to the doctor. But this is the key. You know, when they say that you have COVID-19, they say don't go to the hospital. You know that, right? They tell you self-quarantine because the hospitals are so full. See, think about how full the hospitals are. There are so many people in the hospitals that
so if you test positive, they're going to tell you to self-quarantine.
Self-quarantine, right. That's what they told me, self-quarantine. So that's what I call myself doing. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I didn't know how severe it was. So I'm at home, you know what I mean? I'm like, well, I'm cool. I'm at the pad. I'm all right. You know what I mean? I can get through this here. You know, this ain't no big deal right here. You know what I'm saying? This is my view of things, and this is how I'm looking at things, right? On an overall level, I didn't know that COVID-19 was going to come find my ass and whoop my ass up under the refrigerator. Hey, and I ain't gonna lie, that's a bad motherfucker. Hey, when I walk outside right now, I put my mask on and look both ways.
You don't know who's gonna come through the mask.
Hey, I didn't know that motherfucker's gonna come up in here and find me, man. Hey, motherfucker be all on the bathroom floor, curled up. Hey, man, I know. Hey, man, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that serious. I didn't, I understand, but the good thing about it, I understand myself. You see what I'm saying? So I understand my health. Being that I'm that way, I understood there was something wrong with me before I went to a doctor. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have asthma or nothing. I ain't got no underlying conditions. I don't have no illnesses. My health, when I went to the hospital, they looking at me, they like, damn, I'm telling them I'm damn near 53 years old. They looking at me saying, damn, you in good health to be that old.
Yeah, but I bet you're looking at
them. But I'm explaining to them. I said, look, I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork. I don't eat white salt. I don't eat granulated sugar. I don't drink milk. Ooh. They're looking at me like, damn, you know what I mean? But let me show you something. This was a crazy thing in the hospital, right? In the hospital, they were giving me milk, right? With my breakfast. So I drank the milk twice, right? Now, all of a sudden, I'm having a great congestion, and I couldn't figure this out about the doctors. They telling me about the pneumonia in my lungs and telling me about fluid in my lungs, right? Yeah. So I'm saying, damn, because I'm waking up in the middle of the night and I'm blowing my nose, and I'm blowing my nose damn near till it bleeds, right? I come to the realization, I said, wait a minute, I'm drinking the fucking milk because I don't have these problems. I said, wait a minute, I'm drinking the milk. I stopped drinking the milk and stopped having that problem. I couldn't figure out why the doctors couldn't figure this out. You understand what I mean? I'm trying to figure out why the doctors haven't figured out that the milk causes congestion. The milk,
It
you know
does.
what I mean?
That's why they tell you. Man. They tell you do not drink milk when you're sick.
Don't drink milk, like having a cold. Don't drink milk.
Yeah, don't drink no milk, nah.
But it was an experience, man. Hey, man, I was getting well wishes from all over the world, man. It was wild, crazy to me, man. And I gotta say to any and everybody that wished me well, the prayers, the well wishes, support, I got with the utmost humility. I gotta say thank you to any and everybody that wished me well, because I had probably 1,000 people. I couldn't go on my social media because it was so full with people just wishing me well and wishing me better. You know what I mean? I couldn't answer my telephone because it was so many people. All on my Facebook, all on my social media, all on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And I have to, with the utmost humility, that shit humbled me for real, because you don't know who it is that's out there wishing you the best. Because when you're in life, you're just moving. You see what I'm saying? And see, I'm like this in my life, man. I'm one of these people right here. In my life, I've done so much. I came up in a crazy ass time in a crazy ass place. I grew up through the LA gang situation. I lived through decades of gang warfare, literally night after night after night after night of retaliation and reactions, and you know what I mean? Just constant warfare. At the same time, I had to act and do my part. You know how that goes. Everybody got to do that, make their contribution to the violence, and you know what I mean? I understand that. I myself personally, I can understand the damage, and I can understand the trials and tribulations that I brought on people. I can also understand the damage that I've done to humanity, just as well as black people in general, right? To the point to where one of the things that I said when I was in that bed, I was talking to my sister. This is me and my sister having a conversation. My sister, born again Christian, right? So me and her talking. My sister told me, and we was playing. I called her up. She said, "You dead yet?" I said, "No, I'm not dead." I said, "This is a collect." I'm fucking with my sister. This is a collect call from hell. That's how I told my sister. So my sister told me, this is me and her having a conversation, right? This is me and her having a conversation. This is my sister. She's born again Christian. She said, "Look."
She probably like, yo, he bugging the hell out over there in the hospital. Like, oh, hell no. What if you done gave him over there?
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Something I learned, man. You know that your state of mind and your attitude has a lot to do with your health, right? If you lose your sense of humor, man, you dead.
Oh, yeah. If you ain't got that, you finished.
Man. But my sister told me straightforward. My sister said, "Look, you have survived gunfire. You've been shot. You done survived fucking with these police out here. You done survived the gang wars out here. You done survived all this shit. You've been to prison 5 times. You done survived so much shit in your life. That shit ain't finna be what kills you." And I come to the realization that I said, "Then you right about that." Because this is my recollection. Throughout everything that I've experienced in life, everything that I've done in life, considering where I'm at in life, considering that I've made a perfect 360 in my life now, that somewhere in his life, man, I know that I owe a debt of service to humanity, and I know that I'm not finna die yet because of the fact that my debt of service ain't paid. See, people don't have a realization that we do so much because we don't know. It's like growing up in LA, and a lot of things I didn't know. You know what I mean? I grew up for years. I've been from the hood, homie, since '76. You know what I mean? I've been from the hood on the set since '76. Gangbang, literally an active gang member over 30 years. So considering the level of violence and shit that I've been involved in, considering the amount of shit that I've done, you understand what I mean? I would think that, damn, man, is it time for me to go yet? But at the same time, I got to remember, in my life, there was a 360 where I started serving others. You understand what I mean? I do shit like, literally in my life right now, homie, I do shit like, well, if I wasn't sick right now, literally, I'm the type of person that every 2 weeks, I go get 50 bags of food and pass them out to the community and feed it. I go get 50 bags that weigh about 50 pounds a piece and fill my van up and go to the park and just give them to people in the community. because I know food is a great need. I know food is the greatest need. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I do shit like that there. At the same time, I'm a representative in my community when it comes to like shit like gang intervention. I'm the dude that they call when somebody got to be at the table as a representative, because everybody don't possess the diplomacy. At the same time, everybody's not able and not ready to be in the room with their adversaries. You see what I'm saying? So I'm capable of being able to do that and then apply levels of shuttle diplomacy to this, to where I could go have a meeting with the said to be adversary and go back to the neighborhood. At the same time, through that and by that, that's the ability to save a lot of lives because it creates understandings. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Through all of this here, I come to the determination of the balance in life, because I know myself now. As a man, I know who I am. I know what my purposes are. It's a big difference from being a boy and not knowing. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference from living a life and at the same time being able to glorify the negativity, participating in the negativity to the extent to where it's something that I think I take pride in, but then I'm older now and I realize, you know what I mean, how much harm I've done to my people and how much harm I've done to humanity in general. But by the same token, also, I also come to the realization I've been given the opportunity to right a lot of my wrongs. You see what I'm saying? And that makes a great difference. So that's why when I'm looking at myself laying in the hospital with COVID-19, right? The thing that I'm looking at when I'm laying in that hospital, I just want to get back up, get back out, and continue doing the work that I'm doing. That's the only thing in my head. You know what I'm saying? Right now, through my through my podcast, through my live streaming and everything, I'm educating people on COVID-19 now, because people are not taking it seriously. People don't believe that there's some shit in the world that will take your ass out in a matter of days. People don't have a realization of the fact that this is not propaganda that's created by the government.
This is real.
You see what I mean? We watch the news and people think this is some Donald Trump propaganda shit, right? People get confused because we watching our bureaucracy. We watching the president of the United States talking about we don't need masks. He got people in the room and everybody talking about they don't need masks. But yet and still you don't have a realization that you got a goddamn a firestorm right in this room where you finna kill so many people indirectly. It's ridiculous. Right now, I'm gonna show you something that's crazy, right? Now, you know, out here they've been marching, having those demonstrations and all that, right?
Yeah.
They're still having demonstrations, right?
Yeah, they had it out here today.
Right. Now watch this. I just told you within the last 2 days, within the last day, there have been 2,364 new cases of COVID-19 in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? So that tells you a lot right there.
Since they've been marching.
Well, I'm talking about in the last, and put it like this, that's in the last day. So out of 2,364, how many of them people was attending the marches? See, but here you go. Let's not even put it like that. Let's not even put it like that. Out of 2,364 people, how many people came in contact with people that were attending those marches? Because remember, they're asymptomatic. No symptoms, no illness, but you're a carrier. See what I'm saying? So that means I'm in the supermarket. This guy been marching all day long with whoever. This guy come from one march in downtown. This guy come from a march in West Hollywood. This other guy come from a march in the Valley. They've been out here marching all day. Among both of them, among all these guys, they might have been marching with 10,000 people, right? They walk into a supermarket. There's 3 of them, right? Asymptomatic, right? How many people do they infect? How many more people do they infect that are asymptomatic? You understand what I mean? So we indirectly have the ability to kill others and don't even have a realization of our own severity. You see what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And the thing about it is that we come in contact with people and we don't even have a realization of it. That is why myself personally, I believe that the information and the education are very important. because of the fact that this is the only thing that we have as a weapon to fight it. But at the same time, we don't even have a realization of understanding of how we actually catch it. Because like me, like I say, when I caught it, I don't know how the fuck I caught it. I'm doing what I do. I'm not even around a lot of people. Like I say, I go to work. I'm at home. This is my program. You know what I mean? I really spend a lot of time at home. I'm not even hanging because I don't hang in the street no more.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it's crazy. So you can get it out of nowhere.
This out of nowhere. The shit's in the air, man. I mean, like I say, man, we're gonna go back to my theory of biological warfare. Because that's my theory right there, and that's my belief right there. Theoretically, I believe that. You can't tell me different because I done heard Donald Trump on the news hollering about how China has created this in the laboratory. You understand what I mean?
Somebody wrote that in here.
I've heard Donald Trump on the news hollering about that. At the same time, ever since he's been in office, he's been attacking China. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
In the world, the United States has been the worst hit of all places in the United States. You see what I'm saying? Out of all the places in the world, ain't it funny? Now watch this. I'm back in my theories again. Ain't it funny? Donald Trump come from New York and it hit New York the worst. Notice that? Ain't that crazy? It hit New York like a motherfucker dropped a bomb on New York. I've been doing the statistics. I've been reading about it. Ain't it funny? He's from New York and it hit New York like that. It ain't hit nowhere else like that. You know what I mean? Once again, we have these weaponized human beings. See, because think about it. Once you infect people, right? There's no word of it, right? Notice there's no word of it. People don't even know they're infected. You can put people on an airplane and send them all over the world. Why hasn't it hit any of these other countries like it has the United States of America? Why hasn't it hit it? It's hit more people in New York than it's hit in some of these countries, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Why hasn't it hit any of these other places the way that it has hit New York? Donald Trump has been attacking China verbally ever since he's been in office. He's been talking about tariffs. He's been talking about withdrawing from the World Health Organization because China's funding them or something like that. I know you've been seeing the news where he's been bickering back and forth about that.
Facts.
You see, he called it the China virus.
He be going at it with them for a minute.
Right, exactly. Now watch this.
And they made that over there.
Right, exactly. Ain't it funny that it hit the United States like that? I think like that because of the fact that I'm kind of like a forward thinker, right? And I think like that because I know we're so far below the information. We so low on the food chain. When it comes to information, we would never get the accurate information regarding this. You understand what I mean? They could never tell us because of the fact that would be privileged information, actually. That would be national security. It's like you can't talk about wars like that.
So those that knows because they went through it and had to survive it in order for them to really know about it.
Well,
like you.
I understand it. I'm like that because I gotta always think, how the fuck did I get this? How the fuck was I? I gotta think like that, but at the same time, I also understand that the human being has been weaponized now. See, we can't huddle. Ain't no more of that standing in the circle smoking the blunt. Ain't no more passing the bottle. You understand what I mean? And I tell people that because we have to take it seriously. We got to take this shit so seriously because we don't know how you catch it. Man, and this is the thing. Don't try to figure out how you catch it once you got that shit and you sitting there fighting for your life. You hooked up on the machines and shit. And if doctors is coming in there shooting you up with all that crazy shit, giving you them antibiotics and remdesivir and shooting you in the stomach with needles and shit and all this other shit, because now you ain't worried about how you caught it. You just worried about how the fuck am I going to get rid of this?
Get rid of it, yeah, that's a fact.
I mean, and it's dead, and it's so serious, man, that there is a great realization to that severity. And I mean that because of the fact that I myself have an understanding now. I didn't understand how they said that it hit black people, right? But when it hit my ass, I was like, what the fuck? Hey, when it hit me, hey. and this was the thing. When it hit me so severely that the shit got me sitting here, and I'm damn near on my deathbed. I'm sitting here overnight from going to getting tested for this shit here, to the extent to where now these motherfuckers got me hooked up to all kind of crazy machines within the next 24 to 48 hours. For some reason now I'm looking up, I can't even sit up on the edge of my bed. I can't breathe. I'm a few steps from being on a motherfucking ventilator at this point. You see what you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say that because of the fact that the education is so important, that our people need to be educated. They need to have a greater understanding of the fact that this shit is real, this shit is here, and this is going to be a normality until they figure out a means and a way to come about with a vaccine. Until they figure out a means and a way to cure this, it's going to be what it's going to be. Because the death rate is going up. In Florida, I hear the death toll is going up.
Texas and Arizona.
Arizona, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa, all these places. The death rate is going up. And see, remember this, the United States is so big. It ain't got to hit the whole United States at once. It regionally is hit. If you notice, like I look at it when I'm watching the news, regionally is hitting certain places, and it's creating a spike in certain places. If you notice, that's why when we look at the news and we see like Texas and Arizona, right? That's one part of the country, but we don't know how long it's going to last, because next we don't know what's next. Shit, it might be Ohio, might be Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we don't know what's next. Might be Nevada, because shit might be New Jersey. Oh. You know what I mean? We have to take that all this into consideration, because of the fact that we got to have a greater understanding. Because think about it like this here. I knew it was serious when they shut the economy down.
Oh, hell yeah.
We live in the United States. Don't nothing mess with the money. When the stock market fell, and I'm going to show you something about it, right? If you trip right now, the stock market is still down. So if you look at the stock market, where is that tells you
you're only gaining maybe $1.
Right, but that tells you how severe COVID-19 really is right now, because they got researchers that are doing research on COVID-19 and how it's affecting these markets. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these markets are affected simply because we might be talking about manufacturing and things like that. You notice that COVID-19 is actually shutting down businesses. Like, look how some of these businesses, they got like oh man, wait a minute, what was it? I want to say Foster Farms, but it wasn't Foster Farms. It was the place. It was the place where they butcher the meat at, when everybody came down with it not long ago. It was was it Foster Farms?
I'm not sure.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
With the meat?
Everybody came down with it in the meat packing plant, where they butcher.
Oh yes, out west somewhere. Where was it? Somewhere south or west?
Oh man, I can't think of right off the top of my head, but
I don't remember something like that. A packaging plant where they did.
There are businesses right now where people are working in close proximity of one another, and the people are coming down with COVID-19. And this is going to be something else. The same way that is happening regionally in certain states, a lot of these places where people are working at under one roof, and we are all in the same space, because it don't matter if we socially distance. It's my once again, I'm being theoretical. I don't believe it matters about social distancing if we working under one roof together, like in a warehouse or something, because if it's there, it's there. Tyson Farms, that's what it is. Tyson Farms, that's what it is. But
oh man, Ronald, my clock running.
Okay.
But the main thing that I wanted the people to see, is what they seeing right here. How you got through it, And the main thing, because remember the last time you called,
Yeah.
last time I called, wait, I called
We was
you.
in the hospital. I was in the hospital. When we
Yeah,
talked, and I was on my back. I
yes,
was down and out.
and I was like, yo, listen, man, and I was telling you all that you've been through. This is gonna be another one you're gonna beat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
What?
And this is what I wanted to see. This is why I was telling Brazy, I was like, yo, what's up with Mad Ronald? He good, bro? You spoke to him, he good. He was like, yeah. Nah, he's straight, he's straight. I was like, bet, man.
Yeah.
And this is
Hey,
what I
man,
wanted
thank
to
you
see
for the
from the
support.
team, man.
Like I said to everybody, thank you for the support, the well wishes, and the prayers. Because believe me, man, I believe all that worked because of the fact that the way I was, man, and the way they was talking at one point in time, I was like, damn, man, it's crazy, man. Can I give my social media so that people can find me?
Yes, yeah, hell yeah.
Y'all can
Hell
find me
no.
on Facebook at Mad Ronald Roland. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Mad_Ronald_Roland. And you can find me also on Facebook at the Mad Ronald Radio Network podcast page. And you can find me at my podcast is on all platforms, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeart. My podcast is the Mad Ronald Radio Network. And at the same time, y'all can find me at madronald.com. So you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I'm sharing a lot of information. I'm doing a lot of research on COVID-19. Being that I survived it, I'm trying to do my best to try to help others survive it because it's serious, man. You know what I mean? And it's real out here, man. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
like I say, man, you know what I mean? Y'all, that's where y'all can find me at, man. I'm thankful once again for all the well wishes, all the prayers, all the support. Thank everybody. And I say that with the utmost humility. You see what I'm saying? And I'm totally appreciative of everyone, man. You know what I mean? Anybody that wants just looking for any information on it, like I say, get at me if I can help you. Then I will.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that my boy, man, Ronald, yo.
all right,
Facts, man. Yeah, that my boy. You already know East Coast, West Coast. You know how we do. Ain't nothing but love. You know what I'm saying?
man. Always,
You
man.
already know, man. We stay up, never down. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. Always. You know that.
I appreciate you having. I'm gonna get up with you though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I'm
for sure,
definitely gonna
man.
get up with you.
Hey, thank you for the time, homie.
No doubt. Anytime, bro. Anytime, man. Stay safe, man, and stay strong, man. I like to see you like that,
For
bro.
sure, man. Thank you, homie.
For real, man. All right, homie.
All right,
Salute.
man. Be safe.
You too, bro. Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? Yo, that shit is beautiful. This is what I'm talking about. You see how he survived, and through his survival, he gained the knowledge, and with the knowledge, he's able to help people and show people how to take not only take it seriously, but to remember that you have to be precautionary and everything, man. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I said it last time when I called him when he was in the hospital. I let him know he was gonna fight and he was gonna make it through, and he did it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be trying to tell everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? When we stay strong, we stay focused, we get things done, man. You know what I'm saying? Not only do we get these things done, but we give the strength enough the time to be able to be exploited in a positive manner that affects us. I'm not saying positive like we on some Buddhists, and not nothing against no Buddhists because I study Buddhism. I'm talking about we on some other thing because we're not engaging in the things that aren't productive. You see what I'm saying? That's not productive. And I saw that Iraq hit me in my DM with that. Or Che. One of y'all hit me in my DM with that. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? Because you know me, I gotta get to the workplace. But I just wanted to give a salute to everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. I hope everybody learned, man, that perseverance is one thing that you cannot take for granted, man. You gotta have perseverance. Another thing that you gotta have is that you gotta have that drive. Don't ever lose that drive. You know what I'm saying? And the third, you know what I'm saying, is you gotta make sure that you have an understanding. Always want to learn more. Don't think that you know everything. Always keep yourself open to learn more. You need to load more ammo so that your gun can fire more shots. And I'm not talking about a weapon, I'm talking about your mind. You see what I'm saying? You need to load your weapon so you can fire more shots, man. And this is the reason why our minds are sponges. And we gotta use all those sponges to absorb and the more things that you know, the more further in life you can go. Man, trust me when I tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? You already know, man. We the Spartans, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody beating us. You already know nobody beats the Spartans, man. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how deep, no matter who they be, you know what I'm saying, we're going to destroy them. We wither the storms, you know what I'm saying? You already know the Spartans wither the storms, you know what I'm saying? And for those who don't know, all they got to do is sit back and watch, you know what I'm saying? Pick a live and you'll see it, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the way we do it, man. Spartans up, you already know, man. Anybody up in here, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you punch that like button, man. You ain't got to sneak. Come through. Bing! I'm in the building. What's up? The like button has been pressed. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Let your presence be known, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be seen. You already know. Brian Crawley already hit somebody with a whole supermarket of Franks earlier. So, you know, when the Frank stain comes out, it's on and popping. You know what I mean? But salute to everybody in the chat, man. Nothing but love. I appreciate y'all coming through. Che, that's a good that's a good topic right there. Make sure one of y'all hit me, you know what I'm saying, or both of y'all hit me. I'll take it from both, you know what I'm saying, because I know both of y'all is intellectual, you know what I'm saying? But that is a good topic to talk about. So I will take that into consideration, you know what I'm saying? This is a us thing, not a me thing. So let everybody know, you know what I'm saying, the Spartans is in the building. With that, I'll leave everybody with one thing to think about. You see how everything relates? You know what I'm saying? You see how everything relates? SARS, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that the same thing that was in that suitcase in G.I. Joe? The biological stuff, all that. But what did G.I. Joe always used to say? Knowing is half the battle. And how is knowing half the battle? You taking the time to understand and not being ignorant and not want to understand because you feel that it doesn't apply to you. Everything applies to everybody until the application is not merited. Salute. You already know the Wildcats in the building.